Welcome back to Riding Glide Reviews. Today we're going to be looking at a model that we've been asked to review loads of times. This is the Nami Klima One. The reason this is called the Nami Klima One is because it has a single motor. The two models, the 25 and the Klima Max, the 30 amp that have come out before, have dual motors. This has a single rear 1000 watt motor. In the Klima One, we get a 25 amp hour battery, 60 volt, and that will give us stated ranges of 65 miles plus. Now on the previous models where we've used the 30 and 25 before, they've been pretty accurate. We've had some huge ranges out of them. So I imagine this will be the same. So let's talk about some of the similarities that this has with its previous dual motored models, which is basically everything. We've got the same deck with a nice foot pad there. We've got the same tires, so they're 10x3 CST tubeless tires. As I've said, we've got the 1000 watt motor rear. The dual had 1000 at the front as well. That's still going to give off over 2000 watts of peak power because of the 50 amp sine wave controller this has in it, which will give speeds of up to 40 miles plus per hour, which is very similar to the dual motored versions, but I imagine the acceleration is less. Whereas those dual motors really shot off the mark, this may be a little slower getting up to speed. But we will test that out when we take it out for a ride. We've got dual hydraulic adjustable suspension, which is the same as the previous models, which gives you an added level of comfort. Same fenders as before, but now on the newer Klima models, this includes the dual motors. You get the new upgraded tail light, which gives a rear light on it, and also indicators, which are really bright and clear to see from behind. And also you get the NFC reader, which means you have an added layer of security. So to turn it on and turn it off, you have your NFC card, you can tap that, which helps to stop people stealing your scooter or riding away on it. So excellent feature from Nami. We've got the same IP ratings as before. We've got the overall rating is a 55, so everything is a minimum of IP55. So we've got the quick connectors, which are an IP55 rating. We've got the displays, IP65 rating. We've got battery controllers, IP67 rating, completely sealed battery unit, so this should be capable in pretty much all weathers. It's got the compact design of the Klima, whereas if before you've seen the Blast and the Bernie before that were a lot bigger models and heavier. This now only has a single motor, is going to weigh around 32 kilos, whereas the dual motored versions will weigh around 36, 37, 38 kilos. So it makes it a bit more portable. Still a fairly large scooter, but definitely within lifting weight. Dual hydraulic disc brakes, as on the previous models, and also the regenerative brake, which you can set in the display settings. Speaking of the display, we have all the functionality that you have on all of the Nami ranges, which you are able to control the motor power to each motor, like I said, the regen. There are so many things. Check out the video on the Nami display settings. There's plenty of vids on YouTube about them. You can customize 5 different settings on there, so for different people get on your scooter, or you prefer different ways of riding, different terrains, or you just like to have an easygoing mode and then an absolutely crazy mode, you can completely customize that yourself. So that's such a cool feature from Nami. We've still got the 2000 lumen headlight on there, so super bright. Like I said, we've got the rear light as well. Indicators now, we'll show you them. I mentioned them before. Brake light, so when you hold the brake levers, you see the light intensifies at the back. Another safety feature from Nami, which is excellent. There's not a lot more to say about this vehicle. You've probably seen the previous reviews on the Klima Max. As I've said, you get all of the features of the dual motored models, but this is slightly lighter and slightly less acceleration. So if you're just looking for that quality of Nami, but you don't need the absolute speed and power, this would be ideal for you. We're going to take it outside now to see how it performs. So we've made it out into the West Sussex countryside to test this beast out. We're going to do a speed run, we're going to do a hill climb, and we're going to do a bit of off-roading to see what she can do. The sun is currently just about shining. There are some threatening clouds overhead, so let us make haste. Okay, so we've hopped on. First impressions, as always, super comfortable. Look how bumpy this road is. The suspension is soft as slightly warm butter. You wouldn't want it over warm because then it would be more liquefied. Too hard, no one wants hard butter today, you break the bread. We're at a perfect buttery firmness right now. Spreadable, as Toby would say. Right, we're off to do the speed run. Nice and smooth on the ground. We've got big clearance here under the wheels. So the deck's set quite high, which means it's easy to hop and down, up and down curbs. Wow, did you see how to take my hand off this? There's a blooming rose bush attacked me, as they do. But as I was saying, you can hop up and down curbs, even these sort of steeper banks. Oh, I had to jump over a rock there. Look at, oh, this is nippy. This is nippy. Look how fast it is. Right, we're going to do the speed run now. This gets up to speed very quickly for 1000 watt. Tobes is on the one wheel. He's just moving away now because he's not going to be able to keep up. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm already at 20 miles, 23, 24, 25, 26. I'm having to slow down now just because I'm getting too near to Toby. Oh, and there's a vehicle coming. We're gonna have to do it again. Okay, you go, full beans. Bit of gravelly ground here. I'm already at 27. I'm about to go past him. Oh, bit of wobble there. 30. Whoa, down the bumps, 33, 34, 35. Holy moly! We've done videos before, haven't we, recently, Tobes, on the less powerful vehicles, and you've been able to keep up pretty much the whole way.
Not this time.
That was a rocket. I got up to 39 miles per hour going down there, and it was still going. We just ran out of track. It's a slight downhill, but I weigh 90 kilos now. Not, well, actually 92 and a half, sorry.
Too much cheese.
Too much cheese. But that was so fast. The acceleration was excellent. It was pretty balanced. I did hit a few bumps where it knocked it. A dampener might help that. Getting up to 39 mile per hour. And in the time I did on one single watt, the only scooter that we've got similar to this with a one single 1,000-watt motor at the moment is a Apollo Explorer, one of the old ones. Great scooter. This would annihilate it, and I mean annihilate it in speed. Really high performance for a single motor. Let's take it to the hill and see if it can beat any of the bigger names up the old 20% gradient. Okay, we're heading off to the hill climb now. That was so quick on the speed run. That really was fast. The brakes were excellent as well when I slowed down. We got the single pot Logan brakes on here, so just the single piston ones, and they are excellent. Well, they're called dual piston, I suppose, but the single pot, excellent. Look, I'm cruising at 17, 18 miles an hour here. Super easy, as I've said, very, very comfortable. The handlebar height is really nice for me. I'm 5'11" or just over, and it's at a perfect, comfortable height here. Look, you can still lift the front wheel off the ground. It's really powerful, 1,000 watts. I never thought you'd be able to get this kind of power out of that. It must be the controllers using those 50 amp sine wave controllers, just allowing that peak power to peak. I think it's something like 2,400 watts or something. It's really impressive, but so smooth at the same time. Right, let's hit the hill and see what we can do. Right, we're at the base of the hill. As always, we're going to time ourselves up. It's about 200 meters, 20-degree incline, 20%, whatever. We'll let you know on the video. It's pretty steep. I don't know if you can see that from here. We've measured loads of scooters on this. I'm very, very excited. Can you tell by my voice? I'm intrigued to know how fast this will go up. Single motors don't always deal with this hill very well, but I've got a feeling we might break the single motor record with the Klima One. Toby, please do the honors. Set the Casio and off we go. Single motor, 1,000 watts. We're still at 18, 19 mile per hour. Remember, this is only a single motor. Going as fast as we can. I still think it's going to break the record. Here we go. And then accelerates away. Wow. This is so fast for a single motor scooter. Come on, Tobes, tell me what it is.
25.97.
25.97. I have no reference to what that is comparatively to the others.
It's a time.
It's a time, and it felt fast. What I would say is, up the hills, it was really quick, but it's not as quick as the acceleration when you're on the flat. So with the dual motor, you feel like you're still pulling all the way up the hill, accelerating. The single motor, you get to about 20 miles per hour on that hill, and then it flattens out. But as soon as the ground flattens out, you immediately accelerate off. So maybe the torque is slightly down to increase the top speed on this, but it still felt really powerful.
You ever take it off any sweet jumps?
Just about to hit this sweet jump, dude. The suspension's so soft, it just absorbs the jump. I've actually got it on a firm setting as well, which just shows how soft this suspension is. This is really rutted ground, and it's just smoothly cruising over it. The vineyard at the far side, as I said, we don't have off-road tyres on here. It's only a single motor, so let's see how it handles the off-road terrain. Oh yes, super bumpy, isn't it? You must be able to feel it on that Vanderwheel. I'm trying to go right in and out of the ruts. This is tractor marks. These are cow hoof prints. These are Toby one-wheel tracks. Animals, all of them. Oh. Here we go. Now we're on the downhill. Right, I'm just going to show you a little bit of acceleration. Ready? Let's go. Look how fast this is. Woo! That got to 30 miles an hour in no time. And to be honest, this grass is damp and it still felt safe. The tyres are wide, being 3 inches wide, and they've still got a bit of grip on them. Woo! That's better. Now we're moving. 20 mile an hour. Oh, let's keep going, let's keep going. All the way, baby. The sun has gone to bed. Woo! See if we can bounce it. Bunny hop. It's so hard to get grip on this ground. The grass is so wet. We're still going 17, 18 mile per hour. So much vibration. You're hitting 20 mile an hour there, Tobes. So we're out of the vineyard, or vineyard as they say in America, or, well, I think they probably do. The vineyard. It's handled everything so well. This ground is unbelievably rutted. And again, I'll just show you the acceleration. We're up the hill now. 20, 22, 23. Handles it with ease. Go on the thicker stuff. Look how bumpy this is. All I'm worried about is the tyres gripping, because they're slicks obviously, and it's so slippery on this grass. But comfort-wise, it's a dream. Look at that view. Look at that view. This is why we come out. We forget, don't we? This is why we ride. Look at that view. And I think on that note, let's stop here, Toby. Let's stop here. I just want to talk about the ride a little bit, because it's actually surprised me. If I could undo my helmet, life would be a lot simpler. What have I done?
That's your life now.
Wow. This Nami Klima One, obviously as you know at Ride and Glide we love the Namis, probably our favourite scooters out of all the scooters performance wise. The Klima was made as a smaller scooter yet still packed loads of power. I was a little bit concerned when they said they were doing a single motored version, only because it's still a fairly premium price, but people often want the power with that. Well, it's more reasonable than the dual motor, it's slightly lighter, and I would say it's almost just as fun. It was so quick on the speed run. I cannot believe how quickly it got up to basically 40 mile per hour. It's climbed the hills with ease, it's tackled the off-road with ease. If you are someone that just isn't that bothered about pure acceleration and just wants a high quality, high performance, really comfortable scooter, look no further than the Klima One. Come down to Ride and Glide to try it out for yourself. We don't just say these things, we always want people to have a go. We be as honest as we possibly can. Come into the shop, like I said, try it out, come and have a look, have a feel, see the size of it. If you've got any questions, write them down in the YouTube below and we'll answer them all. Or write them in the comments section, we'll answer them all. Like the video, subscribe if you can, it helps. Get us on phone, email. Someone has actually written a message to Toby, you wouldn't believe, and I believe his reply is on its way back to them. Where were they based, Toby?
Australia, mate.
All the way from Australia. Someone penned a letter to him and he has replied. So, if you like this video, like and subscribe like we said. Check out all our other reviews. We've done loads on scooters, bikes, skateboards. Give us some ideas if you've got anything you'd like reviewed. Thank you for watching and we will see you next time.